AFTV Yardman, 4-1 to the Arsenal. Did you see that coming today?
Nope, I didn't see that one. I didn't see it, but you know what? Sometime in life.
What do you say right there?
Unai, what's happening to Unai?
Sometime in life, you have to mind what you wish for. You remember when we come out of Aston Villa, what they were singing? Can we play Arsenal? Can we play every day? I'm not even going to say nothing today. I'm not going to say. I'm just going to keep it calm. But I remember how they were behaving.
Yeah.
They were chanting like they win the league. You understand? I was standing there like, raw. Is this what it is? But you know what? Today we just show them a little masterclass. And you know what? Every time that we're missing Gabriel for this season, we actually see the weakness in Arsenal. Whether you like it, yes or no. The goals that he bring to us from corner, and that's us open the game. From that goal score, Aston Villa just drop them head and they just, thinking to themselves like, raw, it's done. They didn't have no belief. I didn't see any belief. And we just carry on, we smell blood, and that's what I want us to do.
Because that's one of the things that, it's been one of the big complaints over the sort of past few games is we're not killing off teams, but today we killed them dead.
Yeah, it was that's what I said. That's what I want to see happen. When team are down, yeah, we just keep them down. Just keep them down, because see today they nearly get 2 goals. Thanks for Raya for save that one from Marlon, but he did come back and score again. Just like Trossard scored there, Marlon scored there. So we have to understand that we're letting in late goal as well. As much as we win today, but we have to brush up on that, because here was a fortune. It's like nobody really come here and score, and for we to let in that, I don't know what happened, but I hope Gabriel is good and he get a couple of rest and come back. Declan Rice today, I was a bit worried. I was worried like there was no Rice, but you know what? Big shout out to Zubamende. When we don't have the ball, we're going to a back three, Zubamende in the middle. And he did control the midfield, like Aston Villa just couldn't get around him. And his stature, his height and everything. But he get by on the pitch. He covered a lot of grounds. He scored a goal today. He was where Zuba was, that's where Gyökeres meant to be. You understand? So show you how much of the pitch he's covering, him playing at 8, him playing at 5, him playing at 6. Him just everywhere over the pitch today. So we have to give it to him. And for him come to Arsenal, he's being a big revelation to us, And we think that we was gonna miss Partey, but Zubamende come in and him just slot in very, very well. So thanks to Real Sociedad again. The 3 midfielders on the pitch. You realise
that was midfield,
that was Odegaard, Marino and Zubamende. So thanks to them, they're making Arsenal looking good, but we just need to kick on. We still need to stay focused. City gonna play tomorrow, 5 points ahead. We just have to hope.
It's just about putting pressure on City, isn't it? It's about we don't know what they're going to do, but put pressure. That's the only way, you're going to win a title. And every game from now till the end of the season is going to be pressure. Can't even afford to draw.
Well, like I said, the pressure is on. Mikel Arteta did not. Anybody did stated that we'd hear Mikel Arteta say they're looking in the transfer window January. We'd be thinking, are him crazy? But no, he's looking. I was wondering who I'm gonna buy. I don't know, but like I said, I did say it like the only replacement we don't have was a Declan Rice. And is he gonna get Caicedo? so that's the sort of player we're looking for. That's the standard we are now right now. So if we're going for anybody, any player that we get,
back up to Rice,
that have to be a very good one.
The question is, are you celebrating this win?
Are
we celebrating this win?
Why you not getting
this win?
No, that's not the question. The question is Unai Emery. Right, because I haven't already heard you say much about that.
Emery. What happened to Unai?
No, but you remember that time, start of the season, you said get rid of him for Emery.
But Unai Emery still a better manager for Arteta. Come on, we're not gonna do that again. We ain't gonna do that. The Man City
in the Premier League.
Yes.
Listen, Unai Emery's done a fantastic job at Aston Villa, but Mikel Arteta's doing big things this season. So far, so far, so good.
Yeah, this is Mikel Arteta 4th win in 10 game against Unai Emery. So you can say, don't act like Unai Emery is just a little backup manager. Mikel Arteta is not a better manager. Tactically, he's not. Unai Emery.
Tonight he
hold
was.
on, but we talk about tonight, yes, but it did beat us 3 weeks ago. You understand?
Last minute goal.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if it's still 3
Yeah.
points. We get own goal.
But you seem to ram it in a little bit more when it's the other way round. That's the point I'm trying to
No,
make.
but
when it's this way round, that's 4-1. Absolutely.
Well,
I'm just wondering.
But we're not-
I'm just wondering if had that been the other way round,
Yeah.
how you would have reacted to this.
How would I
Like,
react to it? No, but what we are talking about,
Yeah.
now, my argument is that whatever you want to say, Unai Emery is a better manager for Mikel Arteta. Whatever you want to
well,
say.
he was here. Would he?
But it was, but yeah, the difference is when he was.
No,
the difference
for Arsenal.
No, but it went.
For Arsenal. Yeah, that's what we're going to say. For Arsenal.
What we're saying here, yeah.
Huh?
Don't be naive. What we're saying here.
No, he's a great
when
manager.
Unai Emery was here to take over from Arsene Wenger, yeah, and get that team. Remember, the guy take the team to Baku. Yeah, hold on. Let me say something to you. Yeah, you're gonna talk about Unai Emery. Do you know that it's 3 teams in the Premier League? Yeah, go and win 11 games straight. You know which 3 teams is that?
It's Aston Villa.
No. It's
Arsenal.
3
He took us
Arsenal.
to. Yeah, that's,
Okay,
yeah.
then. So Unai Emery done it twice. He done it with Aston Villa and he done it with Arsenal.
He did it when he was up.
But what we're saying here, we're not going
when
to. Robbie, we're going to stray away from the point.
No, we're just saying no, because I need
What
to
we're
make
saying-
this point.
No, I don't need your point. Your point break. Unai Emery is a better manager. For
Arsenal.
For Europa League title. No. Whatever you
For Arsenal. Listen, I think, as overall, you've got to say with what he's achieved, there is no doubt he's won
Okay, then,
4.
thank you very much.
But for Arsenal,
Yeah, but is that
that was the so.
you see
Hold
how you
on.
put it? You see how you put it?
No, well, he was at Arsenal, wasn't
Did you
he?
know that? Did you know that? Yeah. Did you know that 3 of the player that on the pitch right now is Unai Emery players? Gabriel, Saliba, Saka,
Yeah.
and Martinelli. They all under Unai Emery.
Let me just say,
Do you realize that? No. Do you realize that?
do you realise the
No,
back?
but do you realize that Unai Emery never get 1 billion to spend? Do you realize that? Do you realize Unai Emery never get 6 years? Do you realize that? So we have to be realistic here. Be realistic.
I still have to make the point that even that Baku thing you said, we got
Yeah.
battered for same 4-1, and also we didn't didn't qualify for the Champions League under.
Mikel Arteta has to take us to a final.
Well, let's see.
Yes,
He has actually.
But what we're saying here, hold on. No, hold on. No,
Anyway, let's finish.
Your turn.
Let's finish on
Hold on.
Let's finish on a positive.
So, okay.
Can this team go all the way 2026 and win the title?
Well, we win the first half of the first leg. We have to go and win the second leg because it doesn't matter what happened now. Yeah, we play what 19 game. Yeah, we should. We're not even playing Nottingham Forest yet. I will play Aston Villa again. So what we're saying here, it doesn't matter what happened now. The second half of the season is what gonna count, because as much as we are leading by 5 points, Man City as a player. So if Man City go and win, we're still 2 points. You understand? And if we go and win all our game, we win the title. If Man City win all their game, they win the title. You see, understand? So we have to win. Nothing count now. We have to win the second half of the season. If we go and do that, and if we have and all I would beg for Gabriel Mangales to be fit, because when he's in the team, we're sure to get a goal and we look much better. We look at all-round team, we look much better. Just want to say the last thing, that I'm always saying about Eze, what him not doing. I see him find himself on the bench, and rightly so, because he wasn't doing what he was doing at Crystal Palace. And it's such a shame to see Eze on the bench. And I want him, but I want him to play. But I hope and pray that when him get him next chance, him doesn't mess about. You understand? So happy New Year to everybody. We're on top of the league, and we just hope that we can win the next half of the season and go on to win the Premier League and the Champions League.